and welcome to lesson 7 on this rainy day in Vancouver. I'm just going to talk a little bit about the cube to start, and then we'll get drawing on our image. So the cube is also called a hexahedron. It's also a regular polyhedron. It has 6 equal faces, and that is one of the characteristics of a platonic solid. So it is one of the 5 platonic solids, which also have the corners meeting at vertices at equal angles. So a cube here looks like it has 3 meeting at each corner at an equal angle. And there are 5, and we'll get into that in future lessons, the other ones. Today we're mostly just focusing on, this course we're focusing on the cube and the square, and you can see the cube also has square faces. It's the only platonic solid that has all square faces. So it represents stability and permanence, and it can be seen as truth because it looks the same from any perspectives. The cube is known as the counterpart of the sphere, as we sort of talked about the circle and the square being sort of the counterparts of each other, the circle being the limitless expansion, and the square bringing stability and grounding to that. So the cube is known as the protector, the builder, the architect. It represents the earth element. So it's like materialism and solid structure or shape or form. In astrology, Capricorn and Cancer are the astrological signs that resonate mostly with the cube, and it represents building security and stability in the home. A patient, stoic, grounded person who prioritizes their personal evolution and growth. Inner stability, and these people that are resonating with the cube also have the life path number 4. Maybe you're Capricorn or Cancer, and you may need to work on perfecting your boundaries. Squares and cubes are also found in QR codes, website layouts, like more practical places, practical applications. You can also find a cube in rolling a dice, for example, or a sugar cube. Platonic solids are known as the perfect shape in mathematics. They show mathematical precision, and because of that, they're used all around the world. So that's just a little bit of information about that, and we'll get into more later because I have a lot more to share with you. But let's get drawing. So we did a lot last time. We got our beautiful infinity box here and our vortex above it. So let's just join these a little bit better by making this tower here a little bit longer. So take your ruler and just extend this line all the way down to the bottom. I'm making mine a little bit thicker here because I went out of the line a little bit, out of the ruler line. That's fine. Now let's keep going, extending this one down. And then we're going to go across as well. And guesstimating halfway. And this one, you don't really have to guesstimate halfway because you can use the top of the infinity box to sort of measure that. I guess you could have used that one too. Great. So let's do another window there. So here we did 1 window, skip 2, 1 window, skip 2. So take out your jelly roll and make a little space in there, or your whiteout. I'll probably end up filling it in later. And let's draw another window. Awesome. So I'm going to fill that in later. Okay. So now that's awesome. Now let's just add a little bit more detail to the top. So today we're just kind of adding a few little details. I'm going to make a 5 square little shelf at the top and then a mini one above that. So this one, to do it, it looks like we have to go up halfway. So you might want to take your pencil and draw a line or mark. Let's just mark about halfway there with the pencil. We'll do 5 boxes. So it's going to be a little tricky because we're going halfway and halfway. So let's do dots in the middle of these boxes. So you can go 5 boxes, but we're only going to half of it. Okay, so, and we're going to be making this the top. So we're going to use the invisible grid to make our boxes, not along the grid lines, to make our 5. So that line at the top goes along those dots we did that go halfway, and then those dots that we did will go down. Making sure the ruler is straight as you can by looking down and seeing the grid along the ruler. 2 rulers here. I don't need 2 rulers. I can only use 1 at a time. All right, so we've got 5 boxes standing on top here. That. And don't make them 3D yet, because let's do just little mini boxes on the top. So halfway up, I guess we'll go along that line there of the grid. Don't go to the last 2, so stopping here and draw a line all the way across. So we'll go across half, so 2 and 3, I suppose, half and then 1 and then 1 and then another half. And this will be the bottom of the next boxes. So we'll go up halfway here. Just little baby ones. It'll be fun. Using our creativity. This also gives you a tool that you can use for the future. So let's make these into little boxes too. So I'm going to do halfway, halfway, every half. I'm not using my ruler to do these lines because they're fairly small. All right, there we go. So we've got a lot of things to 3D, so let's do that. So let's go up here, and this one can go to that halfway point. This one can go to the line, or the next one. There. Trying to keep your ruler at the same angle as best as you can. This one I didn't do the best with it. Maybe I'll try that first one again. Yeah, this one just goes to the top, like there. The top of where the grid line meets. And don't forget our halfway point. Actually, let's leave this one coming all the way down at the end so that it sits on top. And this can go all the way over. So I guess we could have made these boxes first and then put the other ones up, but we didn't. All right, now these are half boxes, so we're just gonna go up a tiniest little bit, okay? So not even halfway. Just keep your ruler at the same angle and go up even like a quarter. Don't go up the entire way to the line, because remember how big the boxes are. We go up half of that when we do our 3D, like so. Let's go down all the way again, this one. So it's sitting on top, and these can go across. So now I've got some little baby boxes on top of those ones. And we can keep going up if you want to, but that's up to you later. Let's just stay with me for now. I'm just giving you the tools and the main building blocks of this design. Even if you didn't feel like doing this one, that's fine. In fact, in the example, I have these little babies are closer up, so they're actually not even halfway. They're right here. They're a quarter way. So that could take practice. I'll show you the example here. So it actually looks like they're really sitting on top. See what I mean? I will show you the background little bits and details at the end as well. But just having fun. Now let's go down to the bottom and finish off this staircase down here. Now this one, right about here, comes down, and actually let's go start at this one. We'll do a little box here. We're gonna do another vortexy area down here. So this point, that big box that we did right sort of in the middle of it, on the right down at the bottom, let's draw another random box. And from this point here, if you want to go off on your own and do your own thing and you think you have a handle on this, please be my guest. Remember, it does not have to look exactly like mine. And I'm just having fun. I wanted to draw a little staircase here. So coming up halfway, and measuring down, excuse me, and across. There's the staircase piece. And coming down further, let's go diagonal to the right here. Now, depending on if you're a perfectionist or not, you can always measure each of the halfway points. I just sort of guesstimate here. And it is easier if you use the pencil and just draw a little dot in the middle, because you can really see that. It's more perfect anyway. I guess I've done this so many times that I'm just used to it by now. All right, 2 little boxes. Should we do another one? I've got room on my page, why not? Don't forget to shade the top ones that we did. I forgot to mention that I was doing that. I just sort of did it. Thought you'd realize by now that's what to do. That's what you need to do. And across. Great. I'm going to shade these ones in. Nice and dark on the sides. Another thing I forgot to do at the top was to erase the grid marks in the face here. You might have been ahead of me and did that already, which is great. Let your artistic spirit shine here. Awesome. Woohoo. I think I might, well, I'll zoom out before I end the class so you can see the whole thing. But I like it so far. It's looking good. Don't give up yet. Still have lots to go. So yeah, so this third one, this is going to be, there will be another one sort of coming in halfway here. So this one is actually going to be a kitty corner here on the left. So let's do that. We'll have to use the jelly roll or whiteout again, but that's okay. It'll make the staircase easier for those little fairies to go up. And then this one will come through the cube you just did, halfway here. Halfway there. And halfway there. Now let's close that cube, and then we'll take the white out and get rid of that line that's going through the top of it. There's 2 lines. Great. Can't really go over the whiteout when it's wet, so I won't shade it that well right now. At the top, just a little tiny bit. Have to fix it up later. Cool. All right, from here, let's do another little infinity box, like a baby one. So this one, let's go down, skipping one below it, and so go down one, and then this corner here will be the infinity box, top right corner. So down from the left side of the cube, skip one box and do a little dot there, and this one can just be maybe a 4 centimeter box. So here are my dots. Now once I draw this, it'll be easier for you to see with all the grid lines. So this is the box here, and I'll just show you the small infinity box, and then hopefully you'll be able to do it on your own another time. Okay. So there's a 4. I'll use a thicker pen for the outline of it. And before we do our infinity box, let's just make this 3D. So going up a full, since it's 2 squares, we're going up half, which is a full one. Just going up to, just across the whole grid to the next corner. Should hit that little staircase box we just drew. And finish off the big box here. Great. Now turning this into an infinity box will be fun. Let's make this not half, but just a little quarter box inside. A little mini one. Going on a smaller scale today. And at the bottom. All right. What I did there. Okay. Now, let's draw this up to the top and over, up to the top and over, down to the bottom and over, down to the bottom and over, so that there's 4 squares in each corner. Like that. So it's just extending that line. And going over, so we've got a quarter, so we need 3 more. 1, 2, and then on the line, and then 1, 2. 1, 2 on the line, 1, 2. Guesstimate. 1, 2 on the line, 1, 2. Keep going. Try to make the spaces even, like so. My bottom ones aren't perfect, but maybe I can use the jelly roll and fix these 2. Something like that. Okay, so the first thing we did was we drew a diagonal line from the bottom left to the top right inside the box, because I tried to draw over top of my jelly roll. My pen's having a bit of a fit. I remember what we did last time. We went with the box lines diagonal alongside that line from one to the other. So from this diagonal line here to that point there from those boxes. And we'll do that all the way along. From one to the other. Might need a smaller pen there. Last one, and then don't forget to go the other way. The opposite way that you went. I went up, so I'm going to go down. Now remember where the middle one is. That's important because from here we'll be going right with the left, or left with the left side, but only go towards the middle piece. Maybe we should have done these first. Well, it's a challenge for you. The middle one follows the grid line. Or just go to the middle line. So I came here and I went that way. After all these diagonal lines were drawn, then you draw these horizontal. Now we're going to draw the vertical ones. So using the top, going along the top, down to the bottom, and just match those up with the ones we just did. And then just shade it. really dark in the center, in the middle, and then coming out lighter. Like so. Now let's do, the example that I had, I just left the edges of this one blank, but I kind of want to do the box around it, I think, just for fun. Or maybe it'll be too busy. It's up to you. Why don't I leave it up to you? To do the boxes around it, I suppose they have to be really small, and maybe it is busy, and that's why I left it blank. So maybe leaving it blank is a good idea. But if you want to do the lines, just use the example of this big one, and you just go along here. You can just go one way. Maybe I'll just do these ones just to show you. So you use where it intersects with that main line there, and you keep your ruler on the same diagonal, making sure it's the same. You might want to go halfway and then go to the other side to make sure the diagonal is the same ish. Like so. Sorry, I have to hold it up so you can see it better. And then same thing along this part. Let's shade in this edge here. I'm just doing one. If you want to go down as well, feel free. But I don't want mine to be too busy. So I'm shading the edge here nice and dark, like we did with all the cubes. This one's probably dry by now. Darken some of the other ones up. And a nice light shading on the top as usual. Great. That. Working our way. That's awesome. All right, that was a good lesson. I'm going to back up as I promised to show you the entire page. Zoom out. Did that work? I'm not seeing that worked. Oops, I clicked it too many times. All right, one more second. Technical difficulties. Here we go. So that's about as far as it goes, unfortunately. But I can also move up the camera. All right, there's my page so far. I'll go on an angle a little bit so you can see it. Yay, I really like it. Hope you're having a great time. And next lesson, thanks for joining me for this half-hour lesson. Next one will be the next day, number 8. And we'll continue all of this vortex down here. See you then.